Hey y'all, you missed me? I'm now 4 years on testosterone.
Hi there! It's October 6, 2014, and it's 5:10 p.m. It's pretty cold out here in New York City. Hey guys, how you been? It's October 8th, 2014. It's 3:04 p.m., which means it's 1 month on T. It's December 8th, 1:27 p.m. here in New York City, and this marks 2 months on T. It's January 8th. It's 3 months on T. I hope you guys had an awesome new year. Hey guys, it's me again. 4 months on T. Specifically, it's 4 months on T tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Damien here, and it's 5 months on T. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Damien here, and I am now 6 months on T. It's May 8th, 2015, which marks 7 months on T. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Damien, and it's June 8th, 2015, which marks 8 months on T. Hey guys, it's Damien, and tomorrow I hit 9 months on T. Hey guys, it's me Damien. It's August 7th, 2015. It's September 8th, 2015. Sorry. So yeah, it's September 8th, 2015. Hi there. Once again, it is now October 8th, 2015, which means I'm now 1 year on testosterone.
Today is October 8th, 2016, which marks 2 years on testosterone. Time is really flying. I'm now 3 years on testosterone, and quite frankly, I don't really know what to do with myself. Now, as you might have guessed, being 4 years on T, there's not really a lot of changes happening, although there are definitely still changes happening, and I'm definitely here to talk about what I've noticed since the last time I made a testosterone update. So I'm going to go from top to bottom in terms of like what I've noticed in the past year. Now, starting with my hair, it's definitely thicker than I've ever known it to be. It's just unruly. Like, look at this. Like, what is this mess on my head? It's a little hard to see with the background being like that, but yeah, it's thick. My hairline has receded a little bit. I still have this weird notch on my head that to this day I don't even know what it is, but yeah, it's receded a bit. But for 4 years on T, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But I'm starting to get a bit of a widow's peak. As you can see, it's starting to get into this really soft M shape. Before, it used to just look like squared out. Now it's starting to do that little M widow's peak, and my widow's peak is like starting right over here. It's a baby. So if it's going to recede any further, it's going to be very slowly, because I've seen my dad. He's almost in his 60s. He still has a full head of hair. It's receded at the temples like I did, but it didn't really get any further than that. So I can pretty much be almost rest assured that like I will still have hair well into my 50s. Now, in terms of like my skin and everything else on my face, I got a lot of acne. Especially, I always had cheek acne. It's been the worst thing I've been dealing with so far. Although just recently I bought a new product to use in my skincare routine, and my cheek acne is almost gone. Like, can you believe it, everyone? And also, I won't be doing a warehouse job anymore, so hopefully the acne will be disappearing really soon. But also, another thing I've noticed is that I never really take my T-shots on time, so I could literally have my T-shots on Sunday, but then I don't take it until like the following Thursday after passing that Sunday. And so what might happen is it gets a flare in hormones, it dips really down, and then it spikes up again, and all of a sudden this is why this acne is happening. So yeah, but it's definitely disappearing. I've been using a toner, which has been making all the difference for whatever reason. But so my skin's really clearing up, and I'm really happy about that. Also, I had top surgery in the past year. Now 1 year post-op. I keep forgetting to put up the video, so sorry about that. It will be up soon, I promise. My back acne used to be really bad because when I wore a binder, the sweat would literally gather and fester in the back there, and it would basically create a fresh area of just acne on my upper back. But thankfully, it's not there anymore, so I'm super glad for that. As for my beard, it basically almost stayed the same. It definitely got a little more over here. The good thing is my mustache has definitely come in clutch. I'll show a picture over here of what my beard looked like when I didn't shave it off. I shaved it off like a week and a half ago because I went to this new barber who did a really good job on my haircut, but then they really fucked up on the beard trim where they cut more on this side than the other side. So I was like, I'm sorry, but you've got to go. I took took my razor and I shaved everything off. So it's gonna be another like month before I get anything visible there. So, but my mustache has definitely grown a lot thicker, and it's finally catching up to the rest of my beard. So now it's not like neck beard, side beard, and almost little to no mustache. It's always either you have a full neck beard and no mustache, or you have a mustache but you have like little to anything else in terms of like Hispanic, Latino, trans-masculine people who take testosterone. So that just sucks in terms of genetics. Now, as for my shoulders, they've definitely bulked out. Muscle mass was probably the most prominent change this year, if not my facial hair and getting in thicker, but it's definitely my shoulders, my body. In terms of like after top surgery, once I got the green light around 7, 8 weeks post-op, I started to finally work out like crazy. And the biggest part of why I haven't been growing as much in the last 2.5 years before top surgery is because I haven't been eating right, or eating enough, I should say. And a lot of muscle mass is like eating enough. And if you're not eating enough, you're going to see little to no growth. And if you eat a lot, it basically makes or breaks your results, whether you're trying to gain muscle or you're trying to lose weight. Basically, the diet is basically 80% of the work. And then the exercise and everything else is just helping that along. Especially, it's very true in terms of weight loss. Trust me on that. Speaking of muscle, let me just show off my biceps right now. Like, look at that. Like, I actually have a bit of a bicep peak right now. And look at that shoulder. Like, wow. Really quick tip in terms of, like, the gym. If you really want to get the bicep peak, I would highly recommend the next time you're doing barbell curls is to have a close grip on the barbell instead of doing the wider, like, shoulder width or wider than shoulder width grip, because it really targets this short head right over here, which is what gives it the bicep peak. So really quick tip on that. I hope it helps, and let me know your results as a result of that. So flex. As for in terms of like my body hair, it's still more or less the same. I gotta say, it's starting to really creep up on my hands. It's gonna be really soon before it gets all covered. I don't even know what to do with myself, but I'm hairy. It's gotten to the point where I actually have water drops when like it's raining or something and I'm not wearing a coat. It literally sticks to the hair, and my body actually doesn't get wet. So that was an interesting change. It's basically gotten to that level of hairy. Speaking of hair, I also got a lot of chest hair now as a result of top surgery. I've heard other anecdotes that this is an actual thing. Like once you have top surgery, like chest hair just comes out in clutch, like and it's definitely not as dark as I would like it to be, but it's just giving it time, but you can kind of visibly see it. And the chest hair over here is basically like in the shape of a heart, so I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything, but maybe it's a sign. Just maybe. And I didn't think this would be happening anymore, but my shoe size went up again. Like, I remember when I first started T, I was like a 7, size 7 in men's, and then it grew to a 7.5 like in 4 months, and then like around 8 months on T, I was like at like 8 size 8, and then maybe given another year, it was like an 8.5, and then I pretty much stayed there until like just like maybe 6 months ago, I went up to a size 9, and now just recently, I think in the last 3 months, it went up to a size 9.5, and I'm just like, what in the world? Like, how did my shoe size just keep increasing? And I'm so glad I'm really, really frugal in terms of like buying shoes, because otherwise I'd be switching shoes like crazy. And good thing that I'm not buying expensive shoes, because I've been trying to peep at a couple of like boots and everything, and you know those Timberland boots are really expensive, and I really don't want to have to buy them only to find that they don't fit anymore, because it's like they're expensive and I just don't got money like that. In terms of like emotional changes, lately I've been feeling a lot more mature, and I think it's because I've been working with a therapist in terms of like my anxiety, because once I went working night shift, like my anxiety got extremely out of control. Like I just felt like I was going to work and not really knowing what I was expecting, even though it was very irrational to say the least. So I've been working with my therapist, and even though my therapist is not working part-time now, but now that I work to a day schedule, even though I've only been back on a day schedule for like a week, my anxiety has gotten a lot more manageable, back to where it used to be, although it's still there, but I could feel like it's not stopping me as much as it used to when I was working nights. And I think a lot of it was because I didn't have time to do other things that outside of work, that I let my work define me. So if I failed at work, I felt like a complete failure, and I knew that wasn't actually the case. So now that I'm doing other things and I'm getting back onto YouTube and everything else, I don't feel like such a worthless piece of shit anymore. So emotionally, I've definitely made some work, but I think I feel like I went backwards then I also went right back to where I started, although making a slight bit of progress thanks to my therapist. But now they're working only once a week now in terms of my insurance, so I got to make that work out somehow. So, yay! Looking back on the last 4 years, like I really came quite a bit of a long way because if you all have been with me since the beginning, you'll remember that I used to start off like using a Logitech webcam in front of my computer over here, and I would be just sitting there like saying how I didn't have a job and I'm like using my life savings and trying to getting testosterone at Cal and Lord and everything, and it was just like wow. And now, like, fast forward 4 years later, I have a job and I'm going on a date today, later today after this video, and I'm now working at a job and I got a little promotion. I'm starting to do things with my life and I'm actually feeling like I went to sleep this entire year and now I'm back again and I'm ready to really hit the ground running in my new position and like new phase in my life, and I think I'm ready to start like finding someone special in my life because I guess now that I'm starting to get near my 30s, it's like I think I should really find someone to share my life with and maybe do things for the to make the world a better place, whether it's for the trans community or just like making someone feel better about themselves or like, be a little more positive person, basically be the person I needed when I was starting out. So it's like I really made a big physical journey as well as an emotional one, and I've come a long way since then because I used to start off being a trans man. Now I'm just a non-binary person, and even now it's like I can't really find the label for it. I'm starting to lean towards agender, but that's like a whole other can of worms I'll get into in a later video. But I just want to say I'm happy to be back, and I hope you all are still watching. If you are, awesome. If not, well, hopefully you get to see this video at some point in your life again. So really awesome content coming in soon. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you so much for taking the time to be on this journey with me. And if you need any advice or want any questions, just drop them in the comments below, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as possible now that I got the time now. And anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm actually back on YouTube. I'm now on a day schedule. I actually have time to do things. Yay! Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you all real soon.